Okay, we're leaving Yale College Inn. I went pick up the ticket, visited for a little bit. And we're gonna head to the Tulane baseball stadium, Turchin Stadium. Now there's a garden that the Yale College Inn family bought. There was a house there, but it got burned down during Katrina. And they bought that lot, tore down the rubble, and they built that garden. And a lot of their food, their vegetables are actually grown in that garden that are used in the restaurant. I had the turn signal here, but I'll never make it now. Never make it now. Maybe I will. Because they can't go anywhere because the traffic's so backed up. I'm trying to get to Interstate 10 so I can get through there. They can't block the intersection. I mean, I guess they can, but they're not allowed. They legally can't. There's a seminary, Notre Dame Seminary, where the diocesan priests, people trained to be diocesan priests. There's the headquarters of the Archdiocese of New Orleans. This is a little shortcut to the ballpark through this neighborhood. This neighborhood is known as Fontainebleau or Broadmoor, and it is low and it floods. It used to be a swamp. I was looking at an old map from the 1890s, and all of this was swamp land. So what did they decide to do? Take a swamp where the water drains into. There's St. Rita Catholic Church. Take a swamp where the water drains into and turn it into a subdivision. And then when the levee and the flood walls fall over during Katrina and the water runs in, it can fill up like a bowl. And that's what happened. The older parts of the city, the older parts of the city actually did not flood. None of the West Bank flooded, and none of the East Bank along the river flooded. The French Quarter, the old neighborhoods along the river did not flood. My uncle's house is down this direction, and he's close to the river, and they didn't get any flooding. Now, as we go down Broadway goes from where I just turned to the Mississippi River. It was sort of like you could track the flooding because over here it was all flooded, But as you get closer and closer to the river after the flood, people have painted over, but after the flood you could see the water line, and each house closer to the river, the water line was lower until there was no water line. Now my friend that gave me the ticket, he lives right off of this Broadway, and he said he didn't get any. He got a little about an inch of water in the street, and then it just stayed there and went away, and he didn't get any flooding because he lives close enough to the river. This area had some real problems. Now there's Audubon Avenue. This is Uptown. Now there's the Tulane baseball stadium, and behind it is where they're building the new football stadium, Yeoman Stadium, I mean to say. And Yeoman's supposed to be opening for 2014 football season, but there could be some problems with that. It may not be ready. They've been having so much rain. There's Frost Top, Ted's Frost Top. And they got messed up in the storm, let me tell you. But it was reopened. Most everything was reopened. Now, I would say the storm was 9 years ago. The city's probably 90% recovered. Well, maybe 80%. Because some houses were left empty and never redone. People just abandoned them, just walked away. And that's mostly in the eastern part of the city, where it really flooded bad. You can see maybe a skyscraper in the background. Okay, folks, this is US Highway 90, by the way. Claiborne Avenue is 90. US 90 down past the Superdome, and then it 90 turns onto Tulane Avenue, but this is US 90, which runs from Jacksonville Beach, Florida, to Van Horn, Texas, way out in the desert, close to El Paso. So we have driven, a friend of mine, we drove on that, both links, the eastern side and the western. He didn't go on the western part, but that was pretty cool. See how it goes from swampland to desert. You drive from swampland to desert in one day. Okay, well, I'm gonna go park, so that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching this production.